Personal foul. What was it that the official said? And I know it's not the totality of what happened towards the end of the game.
Yeah, I don't know what he said. Yeah, I don't know what he said, but it was something, I guess.
Coach, you mentioned Joshua Williams. He got beat a couple of times, but he kept battling. How important is that for a young guy to be able to bounce back and just finish the game?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I take out of this. I take, we had some nicks and bruises, and guys stepped up like that, and he kept coming after it, and he'll be better off for that down the road, and we'll be better off for it down the road.
Coach, the final drive, what did you see on the interception and talking with Patrick right after? What did you think happened?
Yeah, listen, I mean, he was trying to make something happen, and Seven did a nice job of cutting it, but he was trying to make something happen, and normally it does. That one, the guy he made a nice play on it.
And it's obviously a game you guys lost around this time last year. Finished out. Do you get a sense in a game like this that this is a pretty good chance of a team to be seen again?
Well, there's a chance. I mean, you never know how things go in this league, but if we keep playing well and they play well, I'm sure they'll come back around. But we got to make sure we take care of our business and clean up a few things, and make sure that we have an opportunity to continue to win games.
Did it have that sort of feel? I mean, we all consider it a big game. Does it have that sort of feel on the field?
Yeah, well, it's two good teams playing, so the speed of the game is faster, and the guys are competitive. They know each other, and I mean, it was a great battle. You love these games. You just don't love to be sitting on this end of it, and but you love the competition and the way guys get after it, you get a chance to see two of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League, and they put on a display of good football. So.
Coach, can you talk about Juju's first touchdown, that great play where he broke a couple of tackles?
Juju's strong, and he's getting more familiar with the offense every week. Again, that'll help us as we go forward. But you got to see it, the strength and the speed combination, and I was happy for him on that.
Coach, can you talk about Harrison Bucker? Some time off, then come out and hit 62-yarder.
Yeah, amazing. He's an amazing kicker. So it was good to have him back out there. We appreciate what the other guys did for us, but Harris was one of the best in the National Football League. So, it was good to have him back.
The one that he missed, did the wind shift on that?
Nah, I didn't ask him, but he came back and got another one. So we just.
What does Nick Bolton bring to your defense?
Yeah, well, you saw all the tackles and the leadership part. He's really upped his game there. He's got a full understanding of what Spags is trying to get done defensively. But the best thing that Nick does is he tackles and does it as well as anybody in the National Football League. And you need that at that position. You need that.
All right.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Patrick, I know you don't like losing any games. Is the feeling after this one any different because you guys are right there, because it's a good team? I'm just wondering how this shakes out for you.
Yeah, I mean, when you lose a game, especially at home, it's never a good feeling. That's a great football team. I thought we played some good football. We just made too many mistakes at the end of the day. And when you make mistakes against another great football team, you lose football games. And so it'll be good to learn from. But right now, I mean, it stinks for sure. Yeah, they were in like a shell type defense. Obviously, I looked originally we had a corner route and he had dropped back, and I kind of wanted to reset. I think you could see I wanted to reset and throw it to him fast, and Milano was in the way. And then by the time I reset and threw it to him again, Seven made a great play and got back in there. So that's a good defense. That's a good player. You're at the end of the game. You're trying to press the issue and trying to get some completions because you got to score a touchdown. But he made a good play when it counted.
Some of the success in situations like that, is it harder for you to swallow because normally you've had things work out?
I mean, for sure. I mean, every time I get the ball, no matter what the situation is, I expect to find a way to win. That's what this whole offense's team expects. And so you get the ball with a minute left and 2 timeouts. I mean, you're trying to find ways to get chunk plays, and if I can just barely maybe hit McColl on that first one and get that chunk play, then it might be different. So I always expect to win until there's literally no time. So anytime you lose, it definitely hurts.
Patrick, was there anything different about this particular defense? I know you were under a lot of pressure last week. This week, obviously, you sacked twice by Von Miller. Was there something that you were seeing that your line wasn't able to protect as well?
No, I thought they did a good job of just kind of getting – there were some that Vaughn obviously made plays. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer for a reason, so he's going to make plays here and there. But then there were some that they played good coverage and were in the right spots at the right time. So it's about me finding a way to get the ball in my hands, finding outlet throws and stuff like that. But I think for the most part, I thought the offensive line did a good job. It was just a couple plays. And, I mean, they have a good defense, and they're going to make some plays throughout the game. I mean, I think you just want to win. just because you're a competitor and you know that you're playing the best of the best, and you feel like you're the best of the best. So you want to win those games. But at the end of the day, it's just a game. I think that's what you got to have to reiterate to guys in the locker room. It's one game in the regular season that you wanted to win. You feel like you could win, and you didn't. So how are you going to respond? Because we play a great team next week.
Patrick, the build-up of this game, you got a comparison with Josh Allen and yourself. Is this one, staying a little bit more just because of that comparison?
No, I mean, not necessarily. I mean, I want to win against the best, and he's put himself up there. So definitely, you want to win against the best and play against the best football teams. But when you lose, at least you're losing to the best. So you have two great quarterbacks, two great teams. You have two great coaches going at it. That's what you want. And we lost this time, but hopefully we can battle back and have another chance when we get to the playoffs.
Patrick, what did you mention Juju's growth in the offense? Seemed like he had clicked a little bit more today. What did you see from this game in particular?
Yeah, I mean, he made a couple of great plays. I mean, he's battled to kind of continue to evolve in this offense and learn more and more. But I've kind of said it. I think he's going to be a big part of this offense because the way he's able to catch the ball and run tough through traffic. So he had a great game today. I'm sure he'll keep getting more and more involved. And I've said all year, it's going to be a different guy every game, and it's been that way this season.
What'd you see on the pick in the end zone? Just trying to throw it up to let your receiver make a play?
Yeah, I mean, I put it. I was trying to put it in that one spot that the receiver could get it, and no one else could get it, and then kind of that high point in the back corner of the end zone, and we got our hands on it. But they made a great play, and that's like I said, we can't make those mistakes because if you look at it, I mean, that's 3 points, and then at the end of the game, we're going for a field goal instead of a touchdown. So I always believe in my guys and try to make those throws and give them a chance. But their guy made a play in a big point in the game.
Patrick, your series against the Bills has become pretty intriguing overall. Do you have some sense that it's almost inevitable you'll see them again, and does that inform this game a little bit for you?
I mean, you can definitely see it because they're going to be a team that's in the playoffs or competing for the playoffs, obviously. But you can't look ahead, and I think that's the biggest thing to me. And I think I learned that last year in the AFC Championship game is sometimes if you start looking ahead, that's when you kind of get beat. And we don't want to look ahead. We have a great football team we're playing, and we're going to the bye, and then we're going to have a schedule of a lot of division opponents coming up. So we want to make sure we focus on this next week. How can we get better to go out there and execute and try to find a way to win against a great football team at their home?
Patrick, first time you faced them with Von Miller, obviously. How has he changed the dynamics of that defense?
I mean, he's a great player. So anytime you add a great player like that, a Hall of Fame player, you have to account for him on every single play. So I thought our offensive line did a pretty good job for the most part. They had the one at the end of the game where I held the ball too long and he sacked me, but he had the one spin move. I mean, that's like the patented Von Miller spin that he's going to bring out at least once or twice a game that he's kind of mastered. That, I mean, it happens. But at the end of the day, how do we respond? I thought the guys responded well.
Juju, you had that 42-yard touchdown at the game, kind of spun around. Can you just talk about that play and just how it kind of pulled, or how it played out?
Yeah, so with that play, obviously I had an under route, so they were clearing it out, and then I knew that the middle linebacker was going to get out, so I knew I had the middle field to work. And obviously, I've been here for quite some time now, working with Pat. I know play never ends, basically. Running across the field, Pat sees me wide open, throws me the ball. And, me just being a physical player I am, just spun out of it and took it to the house.
Did it feel like a playoff game today, playoff atmosphere between these two teams?
Playing here, I feel like it's a playoff atmosphere every game, with the fan base and how crazy it is. But, yeah, you're talking about a great opponent like the Bills. I played them when I was in Pittsburgh, and, playing here, it's the rivalry. It's a crazy atmosphere. And I hope to see him again soon.
Andy and Patrick both complimented your growth in the offense through 6 weeks. How do you feel that has been going for you?
I think, honestly, I feel like I've been building that chemistry with him. You know, I've seen that him and Trav and how they work and every single day. You know, I'm trying to get to that point where, you know, I mean, we're all trying to get to that point where the ball is being thrown in the air and he trusts us. So, yeah.
Patrick has always said from the start of the season, it's going to be a different receiver every game. Today was your turn. How did it feel before your first touchdown in the season uniform?
I felt amazing. It's, you know, it's a great feeling, you know, running to that end zone in this uniform and this atmosphere and, you know, scoring touchdowns here is what I came to do.
As far as you and Patrick working together, getting on the same page, what's left? Where do you feel like you can kind of pull together, keep moving and growing?
Honestly, it's just time. You know, like I said, this is only our 6th game in, and you know, as time goes on, you know, we just build that chemistry and we just keep moving forward. And I've noticed that, you know, coming into week 1 and then week 2, and then, you know, now we're going to week 7. You know, I feel like, you know, we're getting there.
Juju, you talk about building that trust with Patrick. On the touchdown pass, there were 3. The Bills had 3 guys kind of in the area there. You think that's a pass he would have thrown to you earlier in the season?
I mean, I feel like it's a pass he'll throw to anybody, you know, in that position early in the season. You know, there's not a lot of guys that I play with who can make that throw, and he did. And you know, he trusted me to catch the ball and go upfield and score a touchdown, and it was pretty cool.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
No, I did. Yeah, they just
What
lost it.
came over, that he was still.
No.
And then
Say a bit.
was John.
Not sure.
I don't know, just going
With the
with
point. I think I might roll with that. No, it's in a website called The Athletic.
I know kind of about
It's a
the
wordle.
second. Because I thought Matthew, right? Like possible to know.
30 years.
6 days.
5.5. If you want to go, by all means.
There he is.
I don't get up to the press conference very often.
They're not. There's one more of them.
I guess. Fire away. What did you feel like you learned today?
Oh yeah, you learn a lot, especially in games of this magnitude. It's probably the closest thing you're gonna get to a playoff atmosphere in a regular season. So I'm really proud of the young guys stepping up when a number was called, going out there and executing the game plan, playing fast and playing confident, getting us a chance at the end to win the football game. And that's kind of what it's all about.
You guys knew this coming in, but why was today, a reminder of why Josh Allen is just so tough to defend?
Oh yeah, he can run the ball on the ground, also put it in the air. Again, I kind of mentioned it earlier. It's like a DN playing quarterback out in open space, and so it's kind of a hard guy to tackle. The way they use him, give him in different ways, kind of get the numbers with the quarterback run game, and so it's kind of harder for us to kind of scheme for that type of stuff. But again, give them credit. They came out with a great game plan, executed on. They make plays down the stretch. We got to get better, but I'm proud of where we're at.
Nick, you mentioned the young guys. Tough task today for Joshua Williams and Jalen Watson against Diggs and Gabe Davis.
what are you doing at the green dot and as the leader of that defense? Keep them pumped up and so they don't get down when those two are making big plays.
I just tell them just cut them like you did in training camp. Again, those guys on top of the ball, I give them all the respect, but we also got those type of caliber players on our offense as well. We do that day in and day out in training camp, and we push each other every single day to get better. And so, again, I tell them to play within themselves, and I play confident. I just play with the little swagger that they got, and they've slowly been growing, getting better every single day with. And so, I know that those guys are going to come in, and they're going to do what they're supposed to do. It's just a stepping stone for us, and we're going to keep building them to get a little bit better.
Nick, both the games you lost this year, you guys allowed a touchdown right late in the game to let the other team go ahead. Is there something you can put your finger on, maybe in those two games, what you did up to that point, and then what you did on that on the winning drive?
We just got to make plays down the stretch. I feel like Coach Bass put us in great positions. We just got to make plays, got to tackle. We got to get them on the field. We had them on 3rd and short, and I got a QB sneak, I believe, for a first down. And I kind of just kept the drive going. We just got to find a way to get stops down the stretch.
And Nick, in a game like this, as you mentioned, a lot of young guys in a playoff atmosphere almost. How much chemistry in a game like this is built with the young guys now that they have to step up in a big game against a good team like the Bills?
Oh yeah, us as vets, it's my second year, but us as vets, we kind of already believe in those guys. It's like this game gave them more confidence. That's kind of what it's about. I believe it's game 6, 6. So we got a long way to go. So just them building confidence and them keep going and keep believing in themselves is going to be huge for us down the stretch.
It's a lot of days between now and middle of January. A lot of guys in that locker room said that they are looking forward to maybe seeing the Bills. Just how much might that be motivating, not only for next week, but for the remainder of the season? Maybe possibly if you another time.
Yeah, we're firm believer probably going to see those guys again. But for us, for me personally, that's about next week. We got to come out next week. Different offense, different philosophy. We got to stop the run, and that's kind of what I'm looking forward to next week. I'm not looking too far ahead. I'm just going to take this week by week.
How much more complicated is your job against a guy like Josh Allen, who is such a threat with his legs as well?
I mean, it's kind of the same as we go game plan every single week. I give that guy a bunch of respect. He's a great quarterback. I was one of the top quarterbacks in this league for a reason. Let's leave it at that.
Good. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it in here, guys.